The upcoming Uranus transit through Gemini is a major astrological event with deep implications for the collective. Uranus will enter Gemini on July 7th, 2025 and will remain there until May 2033, with one retrograde period back to Taurus as well. This roughly 8-year transit represents a shift in collective consciousness, technological evolution, and the restructuring of how we communicate, think, and connect. Uranus is the planet of revolution, innovation, disruption, awakening, and liberation. Gemini is a mutable air sign ruled by Mercury, associated with communication, language, duality, technology, media, transportation, and the mind. When Uranus moves through Gemini, it electrifies and disrupts all things mercurial. Expect rapid advances and dramatic shifts in communication systems, education, media, mental health awareness, and global information exchange. Here are some of the collective energies and themes of Uranus and Gemini. Technological and communication revolution. Uranus in Gemini is likely to supercharge digital innovation, especially around AI, brain-computer interfaces, augmented and virtual reality, quantum computing, and telecommunications. There may be new forms of social media, decentralized communication platforms, and radical changes in internet infrastructure. AI-generated content could evolve into near-total creative autonomy, blurring the lines between human and machine-generated intelligence. The last time Uranus was in Gemini in the 1940s, the world saw the birth of the computer age, radar, and early cybernetics. Expect similar quantum leaps. Radical shifts in education and learning. Education systems may be restructured. Online learning could become the norm, personalized AI tutors might become widespread, and traditional schooling models may be challenged. Literacy itself could be redefined to include digital fluency, media literacy, and symbolic or visual languages. Transportation and mobility breakthroughs. Gemini also rules short-distance travel, and Uranus brings disruption. Think automated vehicles, smart transit systems, or new forms of mobility like drone taxis or hyperloop-like systems. Urban design may shift around these changes, promoting hyper-connected local communities. Polarization versus integration of ideas. Gemini is inherently dualistic. With Uranus here, we might experience a spike in polarized thinking, ideological conflict, or media manipulation. However, there is also potential for integration of paradoxes, multidimensional thinking, and a collective evolution beyond binary narratives, right and left, truth and false, etc. Conspiracy theories may become more widespread, or conversely, the systems for vetting and validating information may radically improve. Mental health and neurodivergence. With Gemini ruling the nervous system and cognitive functions, Uranus here may highlight the collective mental strain from overstimulation, misinformation, and tech burnout. Conversely, this transit could advance our understanding of neurodiversity, leading to new therapies or brain mapping tech, and normalize alternative cognitive styles. Here are some of the collective awakening themes. Uranus in Gemini may act like a shock to the collective mental system. People might become less tolerant of superficiality, craving authentic, transparent, and raw communication. There could be a rebellion against censorship or manipulation of thought and speech, especially by governments or corporate media. A rise in multidimensional awareness, more people exploring astrology, quantum thought, telepathy, and collective consciousness as real frameworks for understanding reality. Here are some of the challenges of the transit. Information overload and truth fatigue as the amount of contradictory data intensifies. Distrust in mainstream narratives may erode public consensus, potentially destabilizing social cohesion. Since Gemini rules youth and teenage years, Young people may become radicalized or hyper-experimental, leading to both breakthroughs and identity fragmentation. Split attention spans, superficial learning, and scroll brain could worsen unless systems adapt to train minds differently. Uranus first enters Gemini on July 7, 2025. It will be retrograde in Taurus from November 2025 to April 2026, and it will be fully settled in Gemini from April 26, 2026 to May 22, 2033. Pay attention to events in 2025 and 2026. They will set the tone for the entire cycle. Watch for disruptive news in tech, AI, education, transportation, and freedom of speech. We are entering a time of cognitive acceleration where the human mind and society itself are stretched to evolve. The collective will likely face mental, social, and technological pressure to adapt, but also be offered tools to leap forward into a more integrated, connected, and visionary way of thinking. Thanks for listening. If you want more, please like and subscribe.